Hi everyone, welcome once again to Beyond the Boundary Road. I'm Kitty Cara and I'm here today with our cultural facilitator Danny Doyle. As always, Danny's here to talk with us about the ancient pathways of Brisbane. We now move away from Camp Hill and enter Carindale. Danny, tell us what was important about Carindale and what is important about Carindale.
Carindale's got a really great shopping centre there right now. Yeah, and I still like going to that place. But just across from Carindale is Bulimba Creek.
Yes, yeah.
And it still runs up that way. And within that area was a very significant area because people would gather there as well.
Okay.
And that's like a ceremonial area because we would practice and deal with issues as well in that area. So there was business taken care of.
And the way you, with all our conversations, you're talking a lot about travelling and moving. I guess, you know, for me, I know that, you know, Aboriginal people were a nomadic people, a lot of travelling and moving around. But perhaps there's people who don't know much about that as being, why? Why do people move so much?
Oh, it's not that we're nomadic, we're within our own country.
Oh, okay.
And we know where our resources are.
Yep.
And we know the places that are best to go at the right times and the right seasons.
Okay.
Yes, here and there.
And so a bit of following the food as well, like where the source of food
That's
is,
it.
but still on people's own country.
Yes, in people's own country that are there in that area. So families would have their own little, well, actually not just families, because you wouldn't have just one family in charge of everything. So there would be families within that area, and they would all gather at these main sites.
And what kind of things do people trade?
Oh, we trade like ochre in particular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So being on that side of the closest to Cleveland area, there was an island not so far away, and that was Cuchamadalo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you can, if you look at that island, you can see the red cliffs from the mainland.
Yeah.
And those cliffs are good ochre.
Ah, red ochre from
Red ochre.
Okay.
And if they came across and were heading down that way, they'd bring some with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, we like your ochre.
Yes.
Yeah. You can have some of ours, or would you like something else?
Oh,
Yeah. It's a
okay.
bartering system. Yes.
Okay. And would it have been a thing to bring gifts with you as well as you travelling, if you're travelling through other people's country, I guess?
Absolutely. So we're carrying our own things, and the women and you have your dilly bags and your baskets, and some of those baskets were still carried on your head.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they would hold them up there
Yep.
and walk along, and it was like coming out of the shopping centre, you know, with all these shopping bags on you.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what it would be like today.
Yep.
And you'd have the baby with one arm, you know, sometimes like this.
Yep.
Yeah, and you'd have your stuff on your head.
Yep.
And you're walking along, and you got everything under this arm here, and you got things hanging off you.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody's coming along, and you don't want to go too far and travel too fast. So you only go with what you can. So most of the stuff that we carry on ourselves are very light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not like massive big axes or, and we don't carry our big grinding stones with us as well. We might have a smaller one that we can take with us, and we just fit in a tiny bag. And of course we've got our fire sticks to take with us because we want to make a fire every time we get some food.
Okay. And so that makes me a picture of Carindale that hasn't changed very much. In, you know,
Absolutely.
thousands and thousands of years, Carindale's still a place to carry your shopping bags and you do your trading and bring your kids on your hip.
Yeah.
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 And what about with, I guess we haven't spoken much about fire, and that's an important part of, you know, Aboriginal maintenance of country and that sort of stuff.
Yes, so just after every wet season,
Yeah.
we want to do, we want to burn off country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there'll be small rains in between the wet season that will allow us to allow the land to grow back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no problem. And just at the start of the wet season, we also want to burn. And the start of the wet season signifies for us that certain fish are ready for catching.
Okay.
Yeah. And the first storm can break.
Yep.
And then we go, okay, that's great.
Yep.
Send someone out, light a fire.
Okay.
Yep. And we just let it burn.
And the purpose would be to...
All the animals would run with the fire.
Oh, okay.
Away.
Yeah.
We'd be waiting down the other end.
Yeah, right.
And we'd take care of business down there. And big feasting.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
And all the new shoots that come back up bring all the animals back.
Ah,
Yep.
okay, of course.
Yeah. And the rain will come and wash it all into the ground. The smoke will take care of the leaves and the other seeds that need to germinate. Yep.
So more regular fires would mean that there's not that much fuel, I guess, and the fires are not that hot.
Not that hot.
Yeah, so they wouldn't maybe kill the trees, they just burn off a bit. Because the Australian bush is famous for needing heat in order to germinate some of those seeds and all that sort of thing. I think that's all we've got time for again.
Wow.
This week. So it goes quick.
Yeah.
So I'll say goodbye to everybody. Thanks everyone for joining us here on Beyond Boundary Road. You can catch us again next week and we'll move on towards Capalaba. So make sure you watch us on 31 Digital and remember to explore the land that you live on. Thank you.